That was Dolly Parton, Jolene. Too bad she never comes down to the Houston Livestock Rodeo anymore, you know? You're here sitting with me, Dick, Lone Star, in the mornings. It's 8:21. Like I said, we have a special person in the studio. We have President Mary Wager Smith of the Montgomery County Performing Arts Societies in the Lone Star Studios in downtown Conroe with me to talk about their upcoming Mardi Gras Ball. Welcome to Lone Star, Mary.
Thank you, Dick. I'm glad to be here this morning.
That's good. It's a nice morning, isn't it?
It's a great morning. A little chilly, though.
Oh, I noticed you went over to Conroe Coffee to pick up some coffee.
I did, and it's great.
That's
their new latte with chocolate and raspberry for Valentine's.
What? Man, I always just do black coffee.
Well,
I never get sucked into those holiday treats.
Well,
do I need to?
Yeah, you need to try it.
Okay. I mean, okay. So the Montgomery County Performing Arts Society is actually located down the street from us.
Yes, our office is right around the corner, and all of our performances, our professional performances that we bring to Conroe, Texas, are right here next door at the Crichton Theater.
Okay. So can you give me some examples of what kind of performances those are?
Yes, we have several performances coming up. We're going to have Mark Chestnut here in May.
Okay.
We have Kenny Cetera with the Chicago group going to be here in March, the end of March. And, of course, we have our Young Texas Artists Competition.
That's big. I like that.
It goes on for a full week at the Crichton Theater, and then at the end of the week on March 8th, we will have the finalists' performance. And it's a lot of fun. It's
I went last year to it.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and it was I like that kind of competition because it's a week long, and a lot of people are anticipating the final day. But I think the best music's during the week because you get to see a little more variety.
Exactly.
So, but that's just me. And then again, I am next door to it, so it's easy access just to see what's going on. And they're like, okay, I'll have to go back. But thank you. Thanks for coming into the studio today. What we're going to be talking about, more importantly, is the Mardi Gras Ball, right?
Exactly. I'm excited to tell you all about the Mardi Gras Ball. This is our 6th year for Mardi Gras Ball, and it's going to be at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott on February the 22nd, and we always have a lot of fun, and we're going to have even more fun this year.
Is that because it's Great Gatsby
Great
themed?
Gatsby themed. We encourage anyone that wants to dress in that attire to do so, but it's not mandatory. There are going to be plenty of black tie and black dresses there also.
So hold on, what's an example of a Great Gatsby? You're talking about like Roaring Twenties kind of thing?
Yes.
Because the only thing I can think of are the ladies because they wear all the sparkles. But
exactly.
Men, isn't it just a tux or what?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly true, and it is the 20s theme, the 20s era.
Because that's the one thing I always laugh when people talk about, oh, yeah, it's 20s. I go, well, you really mean 20s for the women because the guys have no idea what a 20s tux looks like compared to today's tux. Like, I guarantee there's no dude's going to be there and be like, oh, that is that 1935 tailored suit by I'm like, no, I have no idea. But the ladies know. The ladies know.
That's a good point, and I've always thought that men had it too easy. I know you have the tie and we have high heel shoes, but other than that, you can pretty much get by with anything, and we have to add the sparkle, I guess.
Well, it's worth it though, because I mean, I would say that's what's I remember about the Great Gatsby, especially the hats, because I imagine there's gonna be a lot of hats there.
Oh yeah.
I don't. What are those style hats called? Where they just kind of suck to the head. I forgot what they're not bonnets, but I don't know.
I don't know.
What do they call the jazz? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm talking about. But so that's coming up February 22nd, 2014, the annual Mardi Gras Ball. It sounds like a lot of fun. So is there any other things we need to know about this? Because how much does it cost for me to go?
$125 per person.
Okay.
Of course, we have other options for full tables. We're also going to have a terrific band. There's a lot of things that go on in the evening. We start out with a nice social and a uptown jazz, Joe Burleson's Uptown Jazz Band.
Yeah, we know Joe. He was here Friday.
Oh, yeah. And he plays around the corner at the Red Brick Tavern on Tuesdays on their jazz night from time to time. So, and then they're going to add the vocalists and some other band members. They call themselves Moonlighting.
Yeah, I know Moonlight. We play some Moonlighting here on our jazz weekends.
And they're gonna play great dance music for the evening, beginning about 9 o'clock.
So the whole event starts when?
7 o'clock at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott.
Okay, so I get there at 7 o'clock, and I expect kind of a social scene.
Exactly.
And then music starts at 9?
Right, because we have dinner.
Oh, okay, so there's food involved. Okay, good.
Great food.
Okay.
Very good food. In fact, I had the opportunity to go to the Marriott last week with a group of our committee members and do a tasting, and so the food is going to be fabulous.
I wish I could be part of that. Everyone's tasting. And actually come to the event, but just be part of the tasting.
I know that really is part of a lot of fun. There's a lot of work that goes into putting together an event like this because it is a fundraiser. It's all about raising funds for to help MCPAS, Montgomery County Performing Arts Society, bring entertainers to the Conroe area, and to help fund our outreach programs like the YTA, the Young Texas Artist Competition that we just talked about, and also our Missoula Children's Theater that we do in October every year. So there's a lot of work, but there's fun. There's a lot of fun that goes with it as well.
Yeah, y'all, you guys are really involved with Montgomery County, and if you don't mind, Mary, sitting back, we're going to take a little quick break, and when we come back, I want to kind of go into more of what the Montgomery County Performing Arts does for Montgomery County, and then especially talk about your upcoming events, because the Mardi Gras deal is a pretty big deal, and we'll touch on that a little bit more, but y'all have stuff year-round.
We have things year-round. Yes, we do.
So
Thanks, Dick.
Yeah, if you just hold on for a second, we're going to listen to one more song, and then we're going to come back with Mary. Here's some Phil Hamilton, Nothing to Lose. You're listening to Lone Star Internet Radio.
Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas.
Tired of Waylon, Willie, and the boys? Join me, Gordon Lockhart, for Beethoven, Bach, and the Boys. Every Saturday from 8 to midnight on Lone Star Classical Music After Dark. Symphonies, concertos, and sonatas by composers such as Mozart, Tchaikovsky, and Bernstein. That's Lone Star Classical Music After Dark. Every Saturday from 8 to midnight on irlonestar.com.
Hi, I'm Joyce with the Corner Pub in downtown Conroe. We're located at the corner of Simonton and North Main, just across the street from the courthouse. The week starts off Monday with open mic hosted by Alan, and Tuesday nights open mic hosted by Jeremy Bankhead. And on Thursday evening, McFarland Jams. There's nightly drink specials available every night, all night. And don't forget, live entertainment every weekend. To see a full list of events, visit our website at thecornerpubinconroe.com. So come join us at the Corner Pub, where the deli is open late.
That was Phil Hamilton's Nothing to Lose. You're listening to Lone Star in the mornings. It's 8:34. I'm sitting here with Mary of the Montgomery County Performing Arts Center, the president. No, she doesn't like me saying that, which is understandable, but thank you. We're back with Mary. We're going to talk a little bit more about their upcoming Mardi Gras ball, or gala, I guess it's gala ball.
The gala, yes.
In 2014, for the year 2014, over at the Marriott Waterway in the Woodlands, Texas, this February 22nd. And also going to talk about a little bit what the Montgomery County Performing Arts Society does for Montgomery County. So welcome back. Welcome back, Mary.
Thank you, Dick. Well, I guess I could start off with the mission statement.
Yeah.
The mission of Montgomery County Performing Arts Society is to present professional entertainment and to provide education and outreach opportunities for the enrichment of our community.
Okay.
And with all the growth that we have in Montgomery County right now, I think it's very important to emphasize our great theater district in downtown Conroe and all the entertainment that's brought here, both to the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater. Everything is growing down here, and we're having a lot of fun being a part of it. But in order to fund these activities, our community enrichment and our outreach and our professional entertainment, we do have to continue to have major fundraisers, and that's what our Great Gatsby themed Mardi Gras Ball is all about. It's raising funds for our downtown area and for our professional entertainment. The Mardi Gras Ball, as you mentioned, is on February the 22nd at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott. The tickets are $125 a person. We'll have a social hour. We'll introduce our king, Claude Cook of Cook Law Firm. We'll have a Queens contest. We have 5 queens from the past 5 years. This is our 6th year, and we'll crown the Queen of Queens at the gala. We'll also have a great dinner. We'll have live and silent auction items, and we've got some great
there's
auction
a lot
items
going on during this.
Oh
night.
yeah, and
Man.
then we'll have dancing by moonlighting, and of course, Uptown Jazz will play during our social hour. Some jazz music that goes along with our Mardi Gras theme, our Great Gatsby themed Mardi Gras Ball.
And if your listeners didn't know, on Friday, Joe Burleson, who's of those 2 groups Mary mentioned, was in the studio, and they play Moonlighting and Uptown Jazz play at Do-Si-Do Music Cafe and Do-Si-Do Big Barn on alternating days. Uptown Jazz plays every first Monday of the month at the Do-Si-Do Music Cafe. So if you actually just missed it, if you didn't know that, so your next performance for them is actually next month on the 3rd of March. But it's going to be a good band, and that's very good music for a Mardi Gras themed gala. That's for sure.
Exactly.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
In fact, our chairperson for the ball this year, or persons, I guess I should say, are Shirley and Lee Pruitt, and they happened to be introduced to this group some months back. And the first thing they thought of for Mardi Gras Ball was to have them included with their great jazz music and their moonlighting dance group as well.
And what's funny is I try to tell people, when people think of jazz, I think of some people like me first. When I first heard jazz, they think Miles Davis, Smokey. You're in a corner and you're sad.
Oh yeah,
but
sure.
this isn't that jazz. This is not that jazz. This is, I guess, for the dancing parts, loud, upbeat.
I was gonna use exactly that same word, upbeat.
And so yeah, just let you guys know.
Fun.
And also, one thing I want to let the listeners know is all this information about the Mardi Gras, the upcoming events that the Montgomery County Performing Arts Center puts on, is actually, you have a website. And it's very easy to use. I'm actually on it right now. It is mcpas.org. It's mcpas.org. And actually, you can go there and see your season. Because one thing, like I said, I like what's coming up on March 8th is the Young Texas Artists, because that's a week long. There's a lot of stuff going on in downtown Conroe, and it's really fun to see all the visiting Texans come down to downtown Conroe, because that's who it features, right? It features Texas artists, young Texas artists.
Young Texas artists, young people that are going to school in Texas. I think if I'm remembering correctly, the age bracket is 18 to 25. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's correct. And it's a very fun competition. And then the final concert is on Saturday, March 8th.
And then you also have a Bach, Beethoven, and barbecue gala too during this, right?
Right. That's prior to the performance, the finalist performance on the 8th, March 8th.
Yeah, all that information is actually, like I said, it's on the website, mcpas.org. It's Montgomery County Performing Arts Society. Yeah. And that starts March 8th, and the gala starts, the upcoming gala, the Mardi Gras Ball Gala, starts February 22nd at 7 o'clock at the Marriott in the Woodlands Waterway.
That's correct.
So all that stuff's really great. Mary, thank you so much for coming into the studio. I look forward to having you in again and again and again, talking about Mark Chestnut, talk about Kenny is it
Satara.
of Chicago, and then especially the young Texas artists. I need to get those guys in the studio because they always have interesting stories.
That'd be great. We'd love to come back. We'd love to bring some of our performers over and talk to you and share with your audience. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Mary. You're listening to Lone Star in the mornings. It's 8:40. The weather really hasn't changed since the last time I spoke to you. It's 37 degrees with the high of 47 today. We got great music coming up all the way to 10 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock, the Mark and Cindy show will start. They have a special guest. They have a local downtown Conroe man. Rodney Poole will be in the studio talking about what's going on with downtown Conroe this year for 2014. A lot of good changes. Like Mary said earlier, we have 2 theaters right here. I mean, I'm surprised there's not more obvious competition between the both. No, just kidding. We don't want to drive a wedge. But we got great music coming up. We got Doug Stone, Paul Brandt, Thieving Birds. But here's some Brett Mullins, What a Little Lonely Can Do. You're listening to Lone Star in the mornings.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.